Hi, in this video I'll go over exam 1 for Math 107 in spring 2013. Problem 1. Simplify 4 over 7 divided by 2 minus 7 over 2. So first you have to subtract these numbers in the denominator. So you have to find a common denominator, which happens to be 2. So it's 4 over 2 minus 7 over 2 gives you negative 3 over 2. And then you divide 4 over 7 by negative 3 over 2, so you have to multiply by the reciprocal, and you get negative 8 over 21, which happens to be answer D. Problem 2, simplify 2 minus 5 over 2 times 4 over 3. First you multiply these numbers, so you can simplify 2 and 4, and that becomes 10 over 3, and then you subtract 2 minus 10 over 3. Find the common denominator for 2 and 10 over 3, so 2 has to be rewritten as 6 over 3. You expand the fraction by 3, and then you subtract, so you get negative 4 over 3. Problem 3, solve for x. This is a linear equation, so move all x's on one side and all constants to the other side. Find the common denominator for negative 5 over 6 and 5 over 3. So 5 over 3 becomes 10 over 6. Then you subtract, you get 5 over 6, because negative 5 plus 10 is positive 5. And negative 1 minus 3 is negative 4. And then you multiply both sides by 6 over 5, so the reciprocal of 5 over 6. And you get x equals negative 4 times 6 over 5, and that becomes negative 24 over 5. Problem 4. Dave's penny bank is half full. After he adds 200 pennies, it is 2/3 full. How many pennies can Dave's bank hold? So let x be the number of pennies when the bank is full. So right now, if his bank is half full, he has 1/2 of x. So this is what he has right now, 1/2 x. Then he adds 200 pennies. So this is how many pennies he has, plus 200 is going to be 2/3 full, which means that at the end, after he adds 200 pennies, he's going to have 2/3 times x, where x is the number of all pennies in the bank. And then you have a linear equation, you solve it for x, so bring 2/3 x to the other side, so you subtract 200 I put it on the right hand side, so it's negative 200 on the right hand side. Find the common denominator for 1/2 and 2/3, so you have 3 over 6 x minus 4 over 6 x is equal to negative 200. These two little fractions add up to negative 1 over 6, so you have negative 1 over 6 x is equal to negative 200. You multiply by negative 6, which is the reciprocal of negative 1 over 6, and x equals to 1200. Then you can check it. So half of x, half of 1200 is 600. 600 plus 200 is going to be 800. So you have 800 on the left. And now 2/3 times 1200 is going to be, well, 1200 divided by 3 is 400. 400 times 2 is 800. So you had 800 on the left, 800 on the right. Problem 5, expand and simplify. So this is a factor difference of two squares. So it's a squared minus 3 squared. So it's a squared minus 9. And then a minus 2 squared expand into a squared minus 2 times a times 2 plus 2 squared, which is 4. And then you distribute the negative, add like terms, and you get 4a minus 13. Problem 6, factor completely. W cubed plus 5 times w squared minus 14 times w. And you factor out w, and then you have w times a quadratic binomial. And this quadratic binomial factors into w minus 2 times w plus 7. 7 times negative 2 is negative 14, and 7 minus 2 is 5. So this is a factored form of this polynomial. Problem 7, factor completely again, x to the 4th minus 16. This is a difference of two squares, which factors into x squared minus 4x squared plus 4, because the square root of x to the 4th is x squared, and the square root of 16 is 4. And then you have another difference of two squares in here, x squared minus 4, which factors into x minus 2x plus 2, and x squared plus 4 cannot be factored anymore. Problem 8, subtract and simplify. Find the common denominator first. The common denominator is x plus 2, x plus 1. So the first numerator becomes x plus 1 times 1. The second numerator becomes 3 times x plus 2. And then you subtract the numerator, so you have to distribute the 3 over 3 and x and distribute the negative. So you have x plus 1 minus 3x minus 6, combine like terms, and you have negative 2x minus 5 divided by x plus 2 times x plus 1. Problem 9, multiply and simplify. Write answer in factored form. So you first factor all numerators and all denominators. So the first numerator cannot be factored. The denominator 3, you can factor out the 3, so you have 3 times x plus 1. Then the second numerator is x plus 1, x minus 2. The denominator is x plus 2, x plus 3. And then you can simplify x plus 2 in the numerator and x plus 2 in the denominator. X plus 1 in the denominator, x plus 1 in the numerator, and what's left is x minus 2 over 3 times x plus 3 here. Solve the given equation. 1 minus 2 over 3x is equal to 1 over 2x. This is a rational equation. So there are many different ways of solving an equation, such equation. My way is to find the denominators, the common denominators everywhere. So the common denominator for 1, 2 over 3x and 1 over 2x is 6 times x, and that's what I did. So 1 becomes 6 times x over 6 times x. The second rational expression becomes 4 over 6 times x, and the last one, the one on the right hand side, is 3 over 6 times x. So then when you add it all up, you're going to have 6 times x minus 4 divided by 6x is equal to 3 divided by 6x. Now, since the denominators are the same, it means that the numerators have to be the same on the left hand side and on the right hand side. So I have 6x, the numerator, minus the other numerator is equal to 3, this one on the right hand side. And you just solve this equation for x, you get 7 over 6. Problem 11. Simplify, write answer with only positive exponents. So this expression, since its exponent is negative 3, it means that all these factors have to be cubed, and then you have to take the reciprocal of them, which means that all of this was going to be in the denominator and everything is cubed. So negative 2 cubed is negative 8. X to the 4th cubed is going to be x to the 12th because you multiply the exponents. Y to the 3rd and then cubed is going to be y to the 9th. Again, you multiply the exponents. And again, since this exponent is negative, you have to write this expression in the denominator. And the numerator, you're going to have x plus y squared. And then you have x divided by x to the 12th. You subtract the exponents. So you're going to have an exponent of 1 minus 12 becomes negative 11. So the exponent of x should be negative 11. Since it's a negative exponent, you write x to the 11th in the denominator. Then y to the 2nd power divided by y to the 9th power. Again, if you divide these expressions, you subtract the exponents. So the new exponent of y is going to be 2 minus 9, which becomes negative 7. Since this exponent is negative, you have to write y to the 7th in the denominator. Nothing happens with negative 8, it stays in the denominator. So you have 1 divided by negative 8, x to the 11th, y to the 7th, which is answer B.